Good morning, my lovelies, and thank you for joining me for another What I Eat in a Day as a vegan on Slimming World. Today's Monday, it's the 12th of April. Hopefully I've finally got the date right. If you're new here, my name's Leanne, thanks for coming, and if you're coming back, as always, thanks ever so much for doing so. Don't know why my hair's looking a bit bizarre, but let's just move on. Right now it is 10 past 11. Oh dear. Right now it's 10 past 11 and yeah, I literally have only just come into the front of my house because I just sort of got up and had my shower and everything and then just sat down and worked, which does happen sometimes. I just always think, God, the neighbours must think that I'm just asleep all the time because the blinds are shut. Anywho, I'm just getting my breakfast together. So all I've had so far today is water. I'm just making myself a coffee. Got my usual Perco espresso, and I'm just adding some hot water to that. And then what I've done, let me show you. Excuse my old tea bags, I just put them in a pot. Then they dry out and I can put them in the food waste. Yeah, so I've made up some Perco espresso mix, obviously watered down those. It's more like, I guess, an Americano. And then I've got 200 mils of my Barista Almond by Alpro, but I foamed it up. As you can see, it is foamy. And so I'm going to top it with that just to make like a latte type thing. And she's guesstimated it perfectly. This is 2 syns because it's 100 mils for 1 syn. So 2 syns for my coffee. So if you watched yesterday's video, which hopefully you've managed to, because as I speak right now, it actually hasn't finished uploading from last night yet. So yeah, I don't know what's going on there. YouTube's having a slow phase again at the moment, but yeah, hopefully it should be up soon because it is nearly finished now. I just checked on it. Anyway, but you would have seen, if you have seen yesterday's video, or if you go and watch it, that I did a little bit of prep yesterday. I also did a really good meal plan for the week, if I say so myself, that I used the Slimming World Free Food on the Go recipe book. And so for a lot of the meals, but this one is not one, so it's really no need to mention that. I have made some overnight oats, excuse me, for my breakfast this morning. And it is 100 grams of the Alpro Greek style plain yogurt, along with 200 mils of Alpro unsweetened almond milk, which is half of one healthy extra A choice, and then 40 grams of oats for my healthy extra B choice, and then topped with some fresh blueberries. So at the moment we're looking at just half a syn, and then I'm going to just jazz it up very slightly. I'm going to add a tablespoon of my fruity linseed mix, which is 3 syns. This is milled linseed and sesame seed. It's mostly linseed, which is flaxseed, and then dried blueberries and raspberries. It's really tasty. Nice little way to get some flax or linseed in. So 3 syns for a tablespoon of that. I'm also going to add 2 teaspoons of maple syrup, you know, just for excitement value, and that will be 1 syn. So that will be 4 for those extra bits, plus the half that's already in there. So that's 4.5 syns in total for breakfast. Cool, so here it is looking particularly attractive. I'll just kind of semi-mix that in and go and enjoy. So like I said, 4.5 syns for my fruity overnight oats, and then plus my lovely coffee for 2 syns. So that's 6.5 syns for breakfast in total. You may notice as well, I've got this little container in the back here. This is my lunch. I've got it out the fridge now, ready for in a couple of hours time, so I don't want it cold, but that's the little kebabs I made yesterday. But let's talk about those at lunchtime. Hello, you little beauts. It's currently just about lunchtime. It's about 1 o'clock right now. And I am very much looking forward to my sweet and sour chicken skewers. I've used This Isn't Chicken, so mine are 1 syn for the whole portion because everything else is syn free. So happy days. Yesterday's video is now uploaded, so if you want to see any more about my meal plan this week, then please check that video out. But this is the recipe I followed from the Slimming World Free Food on the Go book, as I said earlier. Sweet and sour chicken skewers, and I mean, mine look a lot drier than theirs did, but you know, who cares? It's food photography after all, and they are very bad at saturating their photos quite a lot. So anyway, this is 1 portion, would you believe? I managed to make 16 of these little skewers. when you look at it in the grand scheme of things, it's actually not really like that much in terms of quantity, but that's fine. I'm looking forward to these because I can just nibble them. Oh, skewers are so much fun. It's the little things, guys. So yeah, 1 syn for lunch, because it's just pineapple, red pepper, spring onion, and the sweet and sour chicken, which the sauce is made of soy sauce, tomato puree, white wine vinegar, bit of sweetener, something else that I've forgotten. Oh, Chinese 5 spice and some garlic. Yeah, so it's dead easy, really. There we go. Lunch. So I've had a bit of chocolate, but not a lot. So one of my Easter eggs I got was this bunny comb one, and I like when I got it on Easter, I had like a little bit of it, like I broke the egg, but I just had a tiny bit more. So I mean, I've literally just had like a couple of pieces. So there's that, there's some bits inside still. Where can I show you? There we go. So there's some bits inside still. So as you can see, like I've had about half of that amount that's gone from the egg itself. The reason I haven't had more is because, to be honest, I'm not really enjoying it. It's not very nice, so I've kind of gone off it a bit. It's just got that funny like fake chocolate taste, you know, like the really cheap vegan chocolate you can get, which is a bit disappointing from Moo Free because they're fairly good. But anyway, excuse me. So whilst it's obviously always tempting not to count a few bites of something, it's actually important to count it. So you'll like how I've worked this out. So a normal Moo Free chocolate bar is like about that big, about that tall, and about like that wide, and it's 5.5 syns. I reckon I've had about half of one of those bars worth of this egg, and putting that in the app, it comes out at 3 syns because obviously it always rounds it up. So I'm counting it as 3 syns. But yeah, I'm not gonna have any more. I'm gonna go put it away. Yeah, it's not really enjoying it. But I want something sweet. It's currently 3:30. I've got my afternoon. I have allowed for another latte, like I had this morning, so with 200 ml of almond milk. I could have that with some Sweet Freedom syrup in it. Or just without, because it's nice without as well. And then, I'm just trying to think what I've already put in my planner, so like, just for full transparency. So I've had my 2 syns for my coffee. I had my breakfast, which was, excuse me, which was 4.5 syns. So that was 6.5, and then lunch was 1 syn, so that's 7 syns. Obviously I've now added on that, which is another 3 syns, so that's 10.5. 10.5 syns. I feel like I'm missing something. Bear with. Duh. So yeah, so basically what I've had is 10.5, but what I've got in my planner, because I was thinking, the reason I was stuck then was because I was thinking, I know that in my planner I'm on 18.5, but it's because I put stuff in like to sort of allow myself the syns. So I've already put in there enough for a second coffee using 200 ml of the Alpro Barista. So that's two of that syns. And then I've also allowed for a hot chocolate later tonight. I'm so sorry. And I've again allowed for 4 tablespoons of that squirty cream, which is 1 syn in total. So that's where the other 6 has come from. So even if I have another coffee and my hot chocolate later, that still leaves 6.5 syns. So I could have some syrup in my coffee. My tea is actually going to be free, I believe. Yes, it is going to be free. So that's nice. So yeah, I literally have 6.5 syns that are there to play with if I wanted to use them, which is a really nice feeling, actually. So I wonder if I can finish under my syns today. That would be a novel experience, wouldn't it? We'll see. Even if I have 2 hot chocolates later, I would still be half a syn under. Oh, you can see the way my devious little mind works, can't you? I should try and limit it to 1 hot chocolate though. Anyway, okay, right, I'm gonna go make myself a coffee. So it's actually like an hour after I said I was gonna go make a coffee. I got caught up doing some stuff for work. So I've actually changed my mind. I'm gonna have an iced coffee. More of a iced Americano than a latte, I guess. So I just made up a shot of espresso, and then I've just added some cold water and some ice cubes. So I'm just gonna mix that around a little bit. And then what I've done is, I probably only needed half this amount of milk, but I've actually foamed up 200 mils again of Alpro Almond Barista. I'm just trying to like get it in a light that will show you where the foam, can you see the foam is like on the 7 mark? I don't know how clearly you can see that line. There, that gives you a better shot, doesn't it? That's how foamy the barista stuff can get. So of course, now looking at that, I'm like, oh cool, I didn't probably need that much. I'm putting it in there. Nope, half would have been fine. So that is my coffee. How good does that look? And there's quite a lot of the milk left, so I could have another one later, maybe a decaf. Just wanted to show you again because it just looks so nice. Look at it, it's so pleasing. I made it a bit strong, so I slipped some out the top and then just chuck the rest of that milk in. And then as it settles, it goes like this. Doesn't it look cool? Kind of like a pint of Guinness. Oh my God, guys, I swear, the best laid plans. I have only just really finished work. It is just gone 7. Kind of annoying because I did actually put my jacket potato in at like 5:30. Because I was thinking I was just going to be a little bit longer at that point, and I thought that'll give me enough time to come and make my beans and bacon. I'm referring to my meal plan, by the way, as of yesterday's video. So it's baked beans and bacon with a jacket for tea tonight. Again, based on a recipe from, oh my God, the Free Food on the Go book by Slimming World. And obviously I'm just not using pig bacon because, you know, I love piggies and I don't want to eat them. So I'm now modifying this recipe slightly to accommodate the fact that I basically have no time, and my jacket potatoes, I always cook a few extra, but like they're so well done. And now, because they're out the oven, they're not going to be crispy anymore. Anyway, calm, it's all good. So the actual recipe should take a little while because basically you saute off some carrot, celery and onion, red onion, and then you add in like tinned beans, passata, bacon, etc, etc. So what I'm doing is I'm just going to cut down the cooking time by using some pre-prepared baked beans, and I'm just souping them up essentially. So what I've done is, in just a small amount of water in the bottom of the pan, I have got cooking a red onion, about 5 sticks of celery, just because it was the middle of the celery, you know, they're smaller, and 2 big carrots. So I had them sauteing. I also added some garlic because, you know, you can never go wrong with adding garlic to stuff. And then I've had that sauteing a few minutes with the lid on, trying to get it to steam, cook a bit quicker. I've got the Vivera bacon because this is sin-free on Slimming World. I thought let's try and keep this as low sin as possible. And also I think it's a bit cheaper than This Isn't Bacon, which is the one I would usually have. Anyway, so I've also put that in there now so that can just start to soften. It's probably just going to be like rubber, but anyway. And then what I'm going to do, instead of doing all the palaver around doing passata and beans and then it'll cook down and stock and all that rubbish, what I'm going to do is just put in 2 tins of baked beans. I've got the 5 beans ones. I always buy 5 beans or mixed beans because they're just a bit more exciting, aren't they, really? And then also I have left over from the other day a small amount of kidney beans in chili sauce. So they've been in the fridge, so I'm just going to chuck that in as well, because why not? It needs using. And it will help to... Oh my god, I've got a huge spot on my chin. Mortifying. Anyway, it will help to thicken it up and just bulk it out. And yeah, I'll add in some paprika like it says. I think I'll put some liquid smoke in as well, because I think that'll be really tasty. And that's essentially it. So really I'm just waiting for these veggies to cook, and that'll be able to do it all a bit quicker. It's a bit frustrating because the other thing that I need to prep tonight is my mini quiches for lunches on Tuesday and Thursday, and I was going to do that while the oven was on cooking the jacket, so I was like, now I haven't obviously done that, but it is what it is. Perhaps I'll do the prep tonight and cook them fresh tomorrow lunchtime. Don't know. The other thing is, of course, that I still needed to get a couple of bits from Sainsbury's, which I was going to do this evening, and now that has not gone to plan. So I'll probably go down like later on after I've had my dinner or something. But to be honest, my tummy's just rumbling so much that really eating is all I can think about right now. So this is the onion, celery, carrot, garlic and veggie bacon mix. I'm just going to add the beans in now. Well, not gonna lie, I'm pretty pleased with how this has turned out. It's really tasty. As I said, the only things I've added, I added the beans in, as well as those few crushed kidney beans in chili sauce that were left over. And then just quite a decent amount of paprika, and then again, quite a decent amount of liquid smoke, which I love. And my potatoes aren't very large, so I've put 2.5 of these jackets in a bowl. So I've got 1.5 left over. I always cook extra jackets because they're really nice, chopped up and then stuck in the air fryer for a minute to make crispy potatoes, if you want, you know, something to go with something else, or just if you're hungry, I guess. So anyway, yes, but this is the finished product. I'm not adding salt because the bacon's really quite salty, and obviously the beans and everything have got salt in too. So I'm just going to leave it at that. I've tasted it, it's delicious, and I'm going to serve up. And here is the finished product. Very pleased with this, guys, not gonna lie. It smells amazing, it looks amazing. I'm happy with that. That's a load of fresh parsley on top, by the way. I've got a bit more to chuck on in a second. Best of all, this is completely sin-free. Now, if I had vegan cheese, I would be using some of my Healthy Extra A to put that on top, but I don't have any, so I'm not. And then I thought about putting some nooch on, but I thought, do you know what? It's got loads of flavour in there, and it's just a shame to overpower it all with my favourite nooch. So I'm just going to have it as is with the parsley on it, which I'm looking forward to. And I've still got all of this left. So if I want to, I can have seconds, you know, that's cool. I don't think I'll need to. But this amount here left in the pan, it's kind of lopsided, but basically it's about half, no, a bit more than that, of what's left. And I'm going to divide that into 3 and have it on toast for breakfast, you see. So yeah, but for now, I'm going to go eat. Hey guys, so I just wanted to pop on for my last update of the day. I had my dinner, which was very nice, so obviously I've got loads left. I did have that other half potato and just like one other spoonful of the beanie mix, but still absolutely tons left, so that's perfect. I had a cup of after dinner tea, and I also had a hot chocolate earlier on. It's currently late, it's just before bedtime, and I'm having my second hot chocolate because I couldn't resist. So the hot chocolate I had earlier, like I said, was my normal Galaxy vegan hot chocolate, 5 syns for 25 grams of the powder, and then obviously add hot water, and then 4 like squirts, so tablespoons of Food Heaven squirty cream, vegan squirty cream, which is 1 syn, because it's half a syn. What have I got in my hair? There is something in my hair. Is it food? I think it actually genuinely is. Anyway, I'm not a messy eater, honest. So yeah, basically, where was I? Yeah, so I had my hot chocolate with the squirty cream. That was 6 syns in total. And now I'm having a cup of my pucker nighttime tea and my second hot chocolate and squirty cream. Only this time I used 6 sprays of the squirty cream for 1.5 syns. So it's 6.5. I think I posted on exactly 25 to be honest. It's only because I put a bit too much on, but it's all melted in because I left it too long to start filming. So that's all from me today. I hope you enjoyed today's video and I look forward to seeing you guys tomorrow. Take care, night night.